Hi, welcome back to Lollipop Palooza. I'm Lolli. Today we're going to be reading from the Bible again. Remember the other day we read from the Bible and we learned that the Bible was God's Word. And it's stories about what happened long time ago, even from the very beginning. And the first story that we read was about how God created the heavens and the earth, the moon and the stars, and the animals, and even a man. And today we're going to be reading more about that man. I'm so excited. We're going to be learning about God's garden. God had a special garden in the world that He created, and it was called the Garden of Eden. And He planted it in the east. He made all kinds of trees for the garden. The trees were beautiful, and they were full of fruits that were good to eat. God took the man, and He made and put him in the Garden of Eden. And the man He called Adam. In the middle of the garden were two special trees that God created, the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. God said to Adam, "You must not eat the fruit from the tree of knowledge and good and evil. But you may eat of the fruit of any other tree in the entire garden." That was pretty cool. God only gave him one rule. Do you have rules that you have to follow, that your parents, your teachers, or the grown-ups teach you? We all have rules. They're there to protect us. God saw that it was not good for the man to be alone. He filled the garden with every kind of bird and animal. And Adam got to name them all. That's pretty cool, huh? But none of the animals was a good partner for man. So God made a woman to be Adam's partner and wife. And Adam called her Eve. There she is. Adam and Eve ruled over all the animals in the garden, but the snake was very sneaky. He led Eve to the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and he said to her, "Why don't you eat the fruit of this tree?" But Eve said, "Oh no, God told us not to eat that fruit." But the snake said, "But it's the best fruit of all. It will make you smart. It won't hurt you." So he was tricking Eve and he was lying to her. Have you ever had rules and somebody tried to get you to break your rules? Maybe it was even a voice in your head saying, "Oh, go ahead and do that," even though mommy and daddy and other people said not to. The fruit looked so beautiful and delicious. And she wanted to be wise. She wanted to be smarter. So she ate some. And she gave some to her husband. And even though Adam knew he shouldn't, he did eat it too. But all of it once, Adam and Eve felt ashamed, so they hid from God. Have you ever done something you weren't supposed to do, and then all of a sudden you feel really bad about it? And maybe you even hide from your parents or from somebody that you did something bad to, because you don't want to see them because you're ashamed. But God knows everything, and so when He found them, He was very sad that they had not obeyed Him. He was angry with that old snake for making Eve want the fruit that she should not have. So He said to the snake, "Because you did this, you will crawl on your belly and you will eat dirt all the days of your life." There they are eating the fruit, and there they are hiding. And there's that snake. He's crawling around now on his belly. He made Adam and Eve clothes from the animal skins to cover themselves. And then He made them leave the garden. They couldn't be in a perfect garden anymore because they had sinned against God. They disobeyed Him. So God punished them. And so life would now be hard for Adam and Eve. He sent angels to guard the gate to the garden, and a sword of fire No one could ever enter the Garden of Eden again. At least not then. But God had a plan. And we're going to learn about that later. He brings everything back to like it should be. So that's it for now. But I guess the story that I want you to think about is when somebody tries to get you to do something that you know you shouldn't do, even if it's in your own thoughts, you have to resist and say, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to disobey. Because when you disobey, there are bad consequences to that. And that's the result of not obeying. Because rules are made to protect us, keep us safe, and give us happiness and joy. So, thanks for listening. I'll be back. Until then, Yeshua loves you, and so do I.